Alright, so hi guys, good morning. This is once again Dave, and I will be discussing you another KPI that we will have to follow, effective immediately. So this one is called lead per hour. It basically means how many hour does it take for you to get one lead. And it does set a minimum requirement per week. So again, it's called leads per hour. Same time we work on our cost per lead, which is much important. We also need to work on leads per hour. Now let me explain lead per hour. So as what I've mentioned, lead per hour is a parameter that we will be using to gauge how many hours it takes for an agent to produce one lead. It sets a minimum lead requirement per week depending on how many hours you work in a week. Okay. Now the basic idea is that if you already pass your cost per lead, which is again $20, it's automatic that your lead per hour is passing. Okay, so the minimum lead per hour target is 0.10. Okay, 0.10. So the formula is how do you compute for your leads per hour? So it's your total hot lead in 1 week divided by your total working hours. Okay, so most of you guys do work for 20 hours. Some would work for 25. Some would work for 30. It depends on what your cost per lead will be. And regarding this, regarding your leads per hour, it would not affect your schedule. Your again the schedule, depending on how good you are, depending on how low your cost per lead is, that's where we will be basing your number of hours that you'll be working in a day. Okay, so the idea is again total hot leads in 1 week divided by your total working hours. So most of you guys do work what 20 hours per week, because that's 4 per day. So your 20 hours, you'd need to get 0.10. Your passing is 0.10. Okay, 0.10 basically is what you'd have to get one hot lead for every 10 hours. One hot lead for every 10 hours, because what one hot lead divided by 10 hours is equals to 0.1, 0.10. Okay, so again, in a perfect world, the basic idea is one hot lead for every 10 hours. That's the passing. Okay, now so if you are working for 20 hours in a week, what you'd have to get is a minimum of 2 leads. So what, let's say you got 2 leads for a week. You divide it over to your total working hours, which is 20, then you'll be getting 0.10. Again, that's your passing rate. That's your passing lead per hour, 0.10. So let's do some exercises. Let's say I was able to get what 5 hot leads in 1 week, and then I work for 20 hours. My lead per hour is 0.25. That's a good number. Okay, but I would want you to compute for your leads per hours only if you fail to pass your cost per lead, because again the basic concept is if you pass your cost per lead, lead per hour would not take over anymore. So the hierarchy is you still follow what your cost per lead is, and next, if not, we'll be using leads per hour. So for those who's working on a performance improvement plan, you guys are working for 25 hours because I'm giving you more hours so that you could get paid better. You could be paid better because your rate for that week is what, $2. So effective immediately as well. Performance improvement plan will not last for 2 weeks anymore. It's going to be automatic 1 week. So if you're working for, let's say you're working for 25 hours and you're only able to get 2. So let's say 2 hot lead, you divide it over to 25, that's 0.08. You already fail. Having that said, the minimum lead per hour for those who's working in a PIP is going to be 3. So 3 divided by 25 is what? 0.12. And again, this applies to everyone. Okay, and this will be effective immediately. If you have any question, feel free to let me know, and your team leads will go ahead and discuss this over to you. And I wish you guys luck, and thanks so much. You have a great day.